Hi, my name is Anvita. Welcome back to our brand series. Influencers or influencer marketing have been huge buzzwords recently. According to HubSpot, Google searches for influencer marketing grew 1,500% in the last 3 years. This video breaks down influencer marketing and how to effectively execute it and create the desired network effect. An influencer is someone who can influence people. But what is influence? Influence is the ability to affect behavior, garner trust, wield persuasion, and get like-minded people on board with an idea. The ability to grab consumers' attention and create an irrational or rational response to drive trial and ultimately purchase, which is every brand's goal. The word influencers describes a lot more than merely famous people or niche experts. They are a trusted source for consumers on their own channels, a source for product recommendations, news, stories, etc. Influencers are people that consumers can connect with as they share common traits, experiences, or people consumers aspire to be. When we look at influencers closely, there are different levels of influence. Cultural key opinion leaders, category opinion leaders, for example, chefs, makeup artists, Michelin star chefs, social influencers who have prominence on social media, also hyper-connected consumers. Think about your family and how they influence you to buy what you buy, and also celebrities, famous people with huge followings. Each category of influencers should be approached differently based on your marketing budget, the scale of communication you'd like to build to, the local landscape, and availability or credibility of these influencers in these various segments. Brands don't influence people, people influence people. Brands can only do so much. They can bring audiences into their world, but true power of conversion comes from people and their ability to influence their networks and advocate on the brand's behalf. Generally, there is a lack of trust in brands globally, so to be able to deliver your message with credibility, we need influential people and partners to build trust and love for our brands. Influencer marketing can help with various different things. For example, it can increase brand awareness, it can help you reach a new audience and create a loyal fan base, it can generate sales and ultimately conversions, it can also create extended communities and create brand advocates, which is essentially what every brand needs. In the US and the UK, for example, digital marketers are known to spend at least 10% of their marketing budgets on influence marketing. That's how effective it is when done right. Social media influencers are well known on their platforms and have built their following by creating content on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, etc. Finding the right social influencer for your brand is tricky, but these simple steps you can follow will help you. 1. Hootsuite suggests that influence is made up of 3 different components. 1 being relevance. How relevant is the influencer to your business and industry? Their audience must align with your target market. 2, reach. The number of people you could reach through your influencer's follower base. And 3, resonance. The potential level of engagement the influencer can create with an audience relevant to your brand. Remember, bigger always isn't better. The key is to have a dedicated follower base that can engage with your content. The second step in this is identifying your audience. Who are you trying to influence? Speak to the right people using the right tools. 3, does the content the influencer create resonate with your brand? Consider elements like look and feel, tone of voice, influencer values. It should fit in seamlessly with your feed when reposted. An influencer should have shared beliefs, goals as your brand. That would form the backbone of the story you create through this partnership. 4, ensure that the influencer fits within your budget and your brand gets a notable ROI. Once you've identified your social media influencers, spend a lot of time educating them on your product. Give them enough time to experience a product so they can create a credible narrative and develop a cohesive, relevant brand story. Let's look at an example. The Swedish watchmaker Daniel Wellington, they were able to leverage their brand effectively with the help of influencers from different niches, for example, lifestyle and fashion that fit the brand aesthetic. It was only a $15,000 startup when it started off, but it managed to grow its revenue to $220 million only with the help of a successful social media marketing campaign. And top Instagrammers, no traditional advertising was used in any of their marketing, which is amazing. When you see someone you follow or know personally using a product, you're more likely to try it and stick to it because it's recommended. So as consumers decide on essentials during COVID, spends are limited, budgets are limited, your brand must be part of an essentials list, not a nice to have list. Take the example of Mercedes. It's interesting to see how the network effect has impacted this brand in general. Now, we all know that people don't buy and drive a Mercedes because it's reliable, a better drive, or more cost effective. The reason people drive a Mercedes is that others know what a Mercedes is, the audience knows what the brand stands for, and they understand that they're supposed to be awed by it, signaling prestige and status. Ultimately, this helped grow the brand value and sales. In conclusion, influencer marketing, as much as it's a great tool, it must be exercised with caution or can negatively impact the brand. Thank you for watching.